Have you ever wondered if you have any vegetables left? Your kitchen may be quietly harming your health. What if I told you there was a vegetable considered completely healthy? Most people who nearly destroyed the doctor's wife's kidneys were diabetic, had high blood pressure, and ate vegetables every day that she believed were healthy. Today, I'll share the shocking discoveries of Dr. Miguel Herrera, an internist and nephrologist with 25 years of experience, who has witnessed how the wrong vegetables can accelerate aging. Aging causes inflammation and even worsens chronic diseases in people over 60. But here's the most amazing thing. He also identified 4 specific vegetables that can literally reverse years of damage and restore vitality to the aging body. These aren't trendy superfood supplements or inexpensive supplements. We're talking about ordinary vegetables that can be found in any supermarket. Some of them may be secretly harming you, while others may alter your health in ways that will surprise you. Before we get to the topic, I'd like to know where you're seeing us from today. Write your city, Ilstrana, in the comments. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and if you continue watching the video and identify with it, leave a comment. If not, leave a 0. The truth is, as you age, your body dramatically changes. Your metabolism slows, inflammation increases, and nutrient absorption deteriorates. Some vegetables that were once perfectly fine can suddenly become inflammation triggers, while others become more powerful than prescribed medications designed to protect your health. Let's start with the vegetables that can be bad for you, the very ones Dr. Herrera talks about. He calls them the silent saboteurs. 3 vegetables you should never touch after 60. Dangerous vegetables. The third one, corn. I'll tell you the story of Edward, a 6-year-old man who was doing everything right. He avoided sweets, soda, and white bread. I was battling prediabetes and thought I had my diet under control. Oh, there was one food I couldn't give up: corn. I ate it in soups, omelet side dishes, and even for breakfast. What Eduardo didn't know was that corn has one of the highest glycemic indexes of any vegetable. When you eat corn, your blood sugar rises faster than if you ate candy. In people over 60, this causes what Dr. Herrera calls metabolic chaos. A single serving of corn or a plate of whole corn triggers a massive insulin surge. The pancreas works overtime trying to control the sugar spike. But here's the scary part. After 60, the body loses the effectiveness of this process. Every sugar spike caused by corn damages blood vessels, especially the tiny capillaries in the eyes, kidneys, and nerves. Edward's case is heartbreaking but typical. Despite avoiding overt sugars, her glucose levels remained dangerously high. When Dr. Herrera analyzed her diet, she discovered that the hidden culprit was corn. After 3 months of cutting back on corn and replacing it with glycemic index vegetables, eating low glycemic foods like broccoli and cauliflower led to a significant reduction in his levels. He reported more energy, less fatigue after meals, and a general feeling of lighter energy. However, the dangers of corn extend beyond blood sugar levels. For people with autoimmune diseases such as Hashimoto's thyroiditis, which affects up to 20% of people over 60, corn contains lectins and difficult-to-digest proteins that can trigger immune system attacks. This leads to increased fatigue, confusion, and hormonal imbalances. The worst are processed corn products, such as microwave popcorn. Cornflakes and cornbread exacerbate these effects with added sugar, harmful oils, and chemical additives that further raise blood sugar and cause inflammation. If you love corn, here's what you should do. Limit your consumption. Eat it no more than once or twice a week. Choose fresh corn over processed. Always consume it with protein and healthy fats to slow the absorption of sugar. And pay attention to your body's reaction. Fatigue, drowsiness, or joint stiffness after eating corn are warning signs that your body can no longer tolerate it. The number 2 most dangerous vegetable is eggplant. It may surprise you, but eggplant can be a nightmare for older adults with inflammatory conditions. Dr. Tochka Herrera realized this through the heartbreaking case of Amaryllis, a 68-year-old woman suffering from rheumatoid arthritis. Amaryllis noticed a disturbing pattern. Every time she ate eggplant, one of her favorite vegetables, she'd wake up the next morning feeling like she'd been hit by a truck. My joints were stiff and painful, especially my knees and toes. The pain was so intense that I could barely open jars or climb stairs. At first, Dr. Herrera attributed this to the natural progression of arthritis. But when Amaryllis began keeping a detailed food diary, and the connection between her symptoms became undeniable, eggplant became the trigger. Here's the scientific explanation. Eggplant contains compounds called alkaloids, specifically celan. These are natural chemicals that protect plants from insects and animals. But in sensitive individuals, especially those with inflammatory diseases, autoimmune conditions, or digestive disorders, these alkaloids can trigger a cascade of inflammation. Eggplant alkaloids can increase levels of inflammatory markers. They can increase joint pain throughout the body and even cause digestive discomfort. For people with conditions such as arthritis, fibromyalgia, or thyroid disease, eggplant can actually add fuel to the fire. This condition is especially dangerous for the elderly because inflammation typically develops late. You may feel fine immediately after eating eggplant, but the next morning you wake up with unexplained aches, stiffness, or fatigue. People with Hashimoto's thyroiditis should exercise particular caution. The alkaloids in eggplant can cause immune hyperactivity, causing elevated thyroid antibodies, confusion, and muscle weakness. Amaryllis discovered this connection and replaced eggplant with fried zucchini and peppers. Within a few weeks, her morning stiffness had significantly decreased. Joint pain became manageable, and her overall energy level increased. If you suspect eggplant is affecting you, try eliminating it from your diet for 3 to 4 weeks and pay attention to how you feel. If you notice an improvement in energy levels, joint health, or digestion, you've likely identified the culprit. The number one dangerous vegetable is the white potato. This is the vegetable that can silently destroy your healthy white potatoes. This staple may be the most dangerous vegetable for older adults. And why? Meet Margarita, a 70-year-old woman who adored potatoes. She ate them almost every day, baked or boiled. Over time, she noticed that her blood pressure had risen, and she began to feel more tired after meals. When Dr. Herrera reviewed her diet, she determined that the main contributing factor was potato consumption. White potatoes have an extremely high glycemic index, higher than table sugar. Eating a baked potato causes your blood sugar to rise faster and higher than if you ate a bar of sugar. For older adults, this creates a health crisis. Here's what happens. The rapid rise in blood sugar triggers a massive insulin response. The pancreas floods the system with insulin to lower glucose levels. But this roller coaster effect damages blood vessels throughout the body, especially the delicate capillaries of the brain, eyes, and extremities. The inflammation caused by these glucose spikes accumulates over time and contributes to accelerated hardening of the arteries, a higher risk of diabetes complications, confusion and cognitive impairment, poor circulation in the arms and legs, high blood pressure, increased fat accumulation in the abdominal area. For people with thyroid disease, the consequences are even worse. Rapid fluctuations in glucose and insulin levels can worsen thyroid dysfunction, increase fatigue, and further impact metabolism. Margarita's transformation was astounding. Dr. Tochka Herrera advised him to cut down on potatoes, and if he did eat them, to eat them with the skin. He also recommended adding cinnamon or olive oil to slow glucose absorption. 3 months later, not only was her blood pressure under control, but she felt more energetic, suffered less bloating, and slept better. The tragic thing is that most older people eat potatoes thinking they're healthy. But for aging bodies struggling with insulin sensitivity and inflammation, potatoes can accelerate the very problems they're meant to prevent. If you're going to eat potatoes, follow these rules. Never eat them on their own. Always pair them with protein and healthy fats. Leave the skins on to preserve fiber. Steam or bake them instead of frying. Limit yourself to no more than 1 or 2 times a week. Add cinnamon or vinegar to slow glucose absorption. Now that you know which vegetables to avoid, let me share with you 4 vegetables that can literally save your health and prolong your life. 4 vegetables you should definitely eat after 60. 1 vegetable that saves your life. The 4th one, remoulade. Don't underestimate this deep red root vegetable. Beets are like nature's first aid kit, especially for older adults who suffer from blood pressure, circulatory problems, or cognitive impairment. That's what makes beets special. They are rich in natural nitrates, which the body converts into nitric oxide, a molecule that relaxes and dilates blood vessels. This leads to improved circulation to the brain, heart, and extremities. For older adults who often suffer from poor circulation, cold hands and feet, or brain fog, beets can have a transformative effect. But beets have so much more to offer. They're rich in betalains, powerful antioxidants that give them their vibrant color and fight inflammation throughout the body. They also contain folate, which promotes cell regeneration and helps maintain bone health. Magnesium is also a powerful nutrient, supporting nerve function and muscle health. Dr. Tochka Herrera often recommends beets to patients taking blood pressure medications, as they act synergistically to promote cardiovascular health. The natural nitrates in beets can enhance the effectiveness of blood pressure medications, while providing additional protection for blood vessels. The best way to eat beets. Try adding them raw or grated to salads. To maximize their nutritional value, steam them to preserve their full nutritional potential. Add a little olive oil and lemon juice to improve nutrient absorption and enhance their natural sweetness. Aim for 3 servings per week. And don't worry if your beetroot turns pink after eating beets. That's perfectly normal. It's normal and harmless. Just a sign that you're getting powerful beetroot antioxidants. Vegetable lifesaver number 3, spinach. Remember Popeye the Sailor Man? He wasn't wrong when he said spinach was a superfood, especially for older people. Spinach targets 3 important areas that often contribute to vision loss with age. The secret lies in 2 powerful compounds, lutein and zeaxanthin. These antioxidants concentrate in the retina and protect against macular degeneration. Age-related vision loss is the leading cause of vision loss in the elderly. But these same compounds also act in the brain, protecting neurons from oxidative damage and helping maintain mental acuity and a stable mood. Spinach is also rich in iron, which prevents anemia, common in adults. Older people may have a decreased appetite or reduced nutrient absorption. The folic acid in spinach promotes cell regeneration throughout the body. Magnesium acts as a natural relaxant, improving sleep quality. What do many people face? Here's important advice from Dr. Error. Spinach contains oxalates, which in large quantities can contribute to the formation of kidney stones. If you have kidney problems, cook spinach to reduce the oxalate content. Sautéing it in olive oil not only reduces oxalate levels, but also improves the absorption of fat-soluble vitamins such as A and K. For maximum benefits, eat spinach 2 to 3 times a week, boiled, and once raw in a salad. Add lemon juice to improve iron absorption. Her grandmother's habit of squeezing lemon on cooked spinach had a scientific basis. A vegetable that saves, after all. And 2. Red cabbage. This vegetable is a rich purple color, one of the most nutritious foods. The most powerful natural anti-aging ingredients, but most people use them only as colorful garnish. Red cabbage is rich in anthocyanins, the same antioxidants that make blueberries famous, but in even higher concentrations. Anthocyanins are cellular cleansers that neutralize free radicals, improve circulation, and reduce chronic inflammation that accelerates aging in older adults suffering from high blood pressure. For chronic fatigue and digestive problems, red cabbage can make a radical difference. The fiber in red cabbage nourishes beneficial gut bacteria, which is very important for older adults. Healthy gut flora improves digestion, strengthening the immune system. And yes, it produces neurotransmitters that regulate mood. When gut flora is balanced, digestion improves, toxins are eliminated more effectively, and you have more energy. Doctor's note. Herrera has noted noticeable improvements in patients who regularly consume red cabbage. These patients report reduced bloating, more stable energy levels, and an overall feeling of energization. The key is to consume it raw to maximize its antioxidant properties. Finely chop and mix with carrots, cucumber, or green apples. Add apple cider vinegar and olive oil. This combination not only tastes delicious, but also improves nutrient absorption. Aim for 3 to 4 servings per week. If you have hypothyroidism, you can still enjoy red cabbage, but cook it lightly to reduce the amount of compounds that can affect thyroid function. The number 1 savior vegetable, broccoli. If you had to eat only 1 vegetable for the rest of your life, it should be 100 broccoli. Doctor, period. Herrera calls it natural insurance for aging gracefully, and science backs it up. Брокколи содержит сульфорафан, одно из наиболее изученных в природе соединений, препятствующих старению. Эта мощная молекула борется с клеточным воспалением, улучшает чувствительность к инсулину и одновременно защищает сердечно-сосудисто-нервную системы. Для пожилых людей с риском развития диабета, сердечных заболеваний или нарушений. С когнитивной точки зрения брокколи может буквально спасти жизнь. Вот что делает сульфорафан в вашем организме. Он активирует системы клеточной детоксикации, помогая организму выводить токсины, накапливающиеся с возрастом, нейтрализует воспалительные процессы, которые со временем повреждают органы. Он защищает клетки мозга от окислительного стресса и даже может помочь предотвратить болезнь Альцгеймера. Доктор. Эррера наблюдал, как у пациентов с преддиабет стабилизировался уровень сахара в крови, просто регулярно включив брокколи в свой рацион. Витамин К в брокколи укрепляет кости и улучшает свертываемость крови, а фолиевая кислота защищает когнитивные функции. Но вот в чем суть. Большинство людей теряют всю пользу брокколи, переварив ее. Варка брокколи до тех пор, пока мягкой и бесцветной, удаляет боссу ульфарафана. Готовьте на пару всего от 3 до 5 минут. Или слегка обжарьте с чесноком и оливковым маслом. Чеснок содержит аллицин, который фактически усиливает действие сульфорафана. Вот несколько профессиональных советов от доктора Эррера. Не выбрасывайте стебли. Стебли брокколи богаты клетчаткой, а также содержат сульфорафан. Слегка очистите их, нарежьте тонкими ломтиками и добавляйте в салаты или смузи. Старайтесь есть брокколи 3-5 раз в неделю. Даже полстакана приготовленного продукта принесет огромную пользу здоровью. Если вам не нравится вкус, попробуйте его в других сочетаниях с лимоном, чесноком и оливковым маслом. Он полностью преобраз. Лечебный рецепт доктора Эррера. Позвольте мне поделиться звездным рецептом доктора Эрреры. Эррера объединяет 3 этих полезных овоща в одно лечебное блюдо. Он называет его салатом долголетия, и его пациенты клянутся в его тонизирующем эффекте. Ингредиенты. 1 стакан брокколи, приготовленный на пару, всего 5 минут. 1 стакан нашинкованной сырой краснокой капусты. 1 горсть молодого шпината, слегка обжаренного, от 1 до 2 минут. 1/4 зеленого яблока. Натертые на терке для придания свежести горсть измельченных грецких орехов. Заправка. 1 столовая ложка масла, оливковое масло, лимонный сок, щепотка куркумы. Инструкции. Смешайте все ингредиенты и подавайте горячим или комнатной температуры. Комбинация обеспечивает сульфорафан из брокколи, антицианы из краснокой капусты и лютеин из шпината. Троин система защиты мозга, сердца и суставов. Доктор. Эррера рекомендует это блюдо на обед, поскольку оно помогает стабилизировать уровень глюкозы в течение дня, отвращает энергетичепады и способствует здоровому пищеварению. Вы также можете насладиться им на ужин с легким белковым блюдом. Ваш план действий для достижения успеха с овощами. Вот простой план действий, основанный на советах доктора Эррера. На этой неделе исключите или значительно сократите потребление кукурузы, баклажанов и белого картофеля. Добавьте ежедневную порцию брок, краснокой капусты, шпината и свеклы. Попробуйте доктора Эррера. В этом месяце ведите дневник питания и симптомов, чтобы отслеживать свое самочувствие. Попробуйте разные способы приготовления полезных овощей. Обратите внимание на улучшение уровня вашей энергии, комфорта в суставах и пищеварения. В долгосрочной перспективе включите эти 4 овоща в свой еженедельный рацион. Продолжайте избегать 3 провокационных овощей. Прислушивайтесь к своему организму и адаптируйте рацион питания с учетом индивидуальных реакций. Помните, вам не нужны дорогие добавки или сложные диеты. Сила, способная преобразить ваше здоровье, кроется в отделе овощей, фруктов вашего местных супермаркета. Заключение. Околосмертный опыт йогжены научил доктора. Эррера преподает важный урок. Не все овощи одинаковы, особенно по 60 лет. Неправильный выбор может незаметно ускорить старение и усугубить хронические заболевания. Однако правильные овощи, буквально обратив вспять многолетние повреждения и восстановить жизненные силы стареющего организма. Гарольд, наш 72 года водитель грузовика на пенсии, перешел с картофельного пюре на приготовленную на пару брокколи и почувствовав себя сильнее всего за несколько недель. Амарилис исключила баклажаны и снова наслаждается утрами беболи. Эдуардо сократил потребление кукурузы и стабилизировал опасный уровень сахара в крови. Речь идет не о чудесных оздоровлениях, а о предсказуемых результатах приема. Осознанный, научно обоснованный выбор продукт питания. Ваше тело постоянно восстанавливается и обновляется. Каждый прием пищи – это возможность либо поддержать этот процесс выздоровления, либо помешать ему. Овощи, которые вы выберете сегодня, определят, сохраните ли вы энергию и независимость в старости. Или если вы боретесь с воспалением, болью и ухудшением здоровья. Какое открытие об овоще удивило вас сегодня более всего? Вы регулярно едите какие-либо опасные овощи? Или, может быть, вы уже ощутили целебных овощей? Поделитесь своим опытом в комментариях ниже. Ваша история может помочь другому пожилому человеку улучшить свое здоровье.